Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Axe Battler, a Legend of Golden Axe for the Sega Game Gear. In the last video, we made our way through the Cursed Cave, which is not the easiest thing in the world to do, and we made our way to the village of Brookhill, where we went to the training room and learned the tackle ability. Double tap left or right to run. Yes, you can now run this game from that point on, once you learn tackle, and while you're running, you can press button 1 to tackle. So double tap left or right plus button 1 to tackle. And we also found out about the maze forest as well as a fruit. Something tells me that those things are going to be interconnected somehow, so we need to go to the maze forest. And while you may think it's the bridge right there to the immediate west of us, it's not. That takes us to a different area entirely. We need to go south and then west to get to the maze forest. And that is just as bad as the Cursed Cave. While it may not be a maze, it is still a forest, and it is still a forest full of danger. Speaking of danger, there are 3 enemies that we'll be able to face in this particular area. There's a knight, which we face in the training room to learn tackle, the training room in Brookhill. We can face the knight out in the open here too. There's a neo-barbarian who we faced in the past and is the easiest of the 3 enemies that we can face here. And there is the bad brother, who can still be a pain in the butt if your timing is bad. So, without further ado, we're going to go south and then west. We may face enemies along the way. There's the knight. Step forward after the slash. Do the super swing. Just keep doing it until death. And thankfully I have the maximum of 31 bases. So we can heal at any time if we need to. Sadly, we have to go to the inn in order to do that because there's no other way to do that in the game. Sadly, there's no such thing as a healing item that you can use at any time. I mean, you can't even pause during the side-scrolling sequences. You just use your magic if you press start. And immediately to the west of the bridge, there are 4 forest tiles that look different from all the other forest tiles you can see on the screen right now. That's the maze forest. And we're going to have to go through that to get something. So here's the bridge. Who are we facing? Another knight. Well, at least we're not facing any bad brothers. We kind of looked at on the enemy choice that the game has decided to give us. Whether we look at on the forest is another matter. So you want to be careful as you go through here. You want to jump over the bats when you see them coming down. There are going to be wolves that will lunge at you. I can't believe I ducked under that bat. The wolves will lunge at you, but you can usually take them out. And there's a werewolf. You want to use the tackle. Double tap left or right and then press button 1, as mentioned earlier, to take out the werewolf as it drops down. That way those little spiky balls won't come down and hurt you. So far, so good. We still want to watch out for bats. And these guys with the spears, they come back. I'd rather get hit by a bat than a guy with a spear, because the spear guy, he does a whole bar as opposed to just turning a blue bar orange. Spear guy bad. Wildlife good. If you can call that good. And now we can see clouds, but there's also danger ahead. There's still a few more bats. There's still the guys with the spears who I still don't want to deal with. I don't want to get hit by any of you. I'm still tiptoeing my way around here. Managed to take him out before he could really do damage, and we made it to the end. Thank the deities. If you This place and Cursed Cave made me wish there was a way to heal without going to an inn. Sadly, there is no way to get an item that will let you heal at any time on the overworld map. Sadly. I mean, the enemy battles are easy to learn, but these side-scrolling areas, not so much. And while there are password rooms that take you back in case you die, and at the cost of some of your vases, being able to heal in the middle of your adventure would have been a much, much better thing. It would have made this game so much better. But we are out of the Maze Forest. We don't have to go through there again. We just need to make our way to the west and hopefully not die on the way to a certain area. And thankfully, we lucked out on that enemy choice as well. Well, we got the bad brother, but thankfully I managed to get the timing down on backing away from the shoulder tackle. And he didn't hit me, so we're good. Alright. Now, this pair of trees right here, this is where you want to go. You want to press button 2, select search, and Axe Battler picked up a piece of fruit, which had fallen near the trunk of the tree. This is what you went through the Maze Forest to get, and this is how you get it. Now we need to make our way back east and back to Brookhill. Thankfully, the game has given us a Neo-Barbarian, and we can take care of him easily, or more easily than the other enemies. And if the game would stop throwing enemies at us every step, that would be cool. Also, if you get stopped in a gray tile, it's a cave area. Not like any of the environments have like their own individual hazards or anything. They all just look different. Not that that means much in the grand scheme of things. Once you've seen one place, you've basically seen them all. Well, you have and you haven't. I mean, they all feel the same because no individual area hazards. Would have made it a little harder, but also a lot more interesting too. Oh well, missed opportunity there. And let's see if we can keep heading east and not get stopped by a zillion enemies. I say as I get stopped by one of the zillion enemies. Well, I did better than I expected. I have 1.5 bars left. I was expecting to have like just 1 orange bar left. And you can get out of there. Now we will have to face an enemy on the bridge, as per usual, once we get on it. But at least we're a little closer to the town now, and as long as I keep Cooper swinging, this guy can't hurt me. Good. Alright, we need to get back to Brookhill and quickly. That's not quickly, game. I do not like doing this. Come on, I wanted to go north. Okay. Let me do this game. Just let me do this. Alright, can we get... Really? Welcome to the random enemy encounters of Axe Battler, a Legend of Golden Axe. And you thought Super Ninja Boy was bad. Seriously, this is worse than Super Ninja Boy. And yeah, sometimes the knight will swing after getting hit, especially before he dies. As long as you're not right in front of the knight after you hit him, you're good. You're solid. About to say, you better not stop me one tile away from town. I like the premise of this game. I like that this is based on Golden Axe. But once you get at least... Where am I? I want to say I'm almost 3/4 of the way through the game. Maybe 75-80% of the way through the game. There's not much after this. But this is the point where the game's flaws really become apparent. Anyway, let's talk to villagers to see if they say anything else. You say nothing else. That is what you said before I got the fruit. I do have 31, right? Yeah, I do have 31. Awesome. And do you say anything different? Do you know about Gain Mountain? Someone said there's a giant eagle there. I wonder if it's true. Yeah, you say this. I think you say the same thing. Though I could be wrong, though more than likely you probably just say the same thing. To get to Gain Mountain, cross the bridge to the west and go northwest. It's been so long since I played the last part that I forget what anyone says before I get the fruit. Fruit! You definitely say the same thing, I know that. And this guy definitely said the same thing because he told us to search under a tree far to the west of the maze forest, which we did, and we got the fruit. And there is nothing left to do other than going to the inn and healing up, and then getting a password. Because I do not want to deal with any of this ever again. Ever again. Okay. Let's talk to you and get that password. FBCLOAHN FELAMKNJ. And that is it. We are done. And there is nothing else left to do except to leave the town. And I'm actually going to close this video early because the next part also has its problems. And I believe that once you see the next part, you'll understand. So I'm going to end it a little early here rather than do the next part, which is the whole Gain Mountain thing right now. I'd rather just make Gain Mountain its own video because of its own hazards and the aftermath of it, because there's something about it which which has definitely driven me nuts and will definitely drive other players batty. So, yeah, I'm just going to cut it off here. Join me next time where we head west to Gain Mountain after getting some vases back because I need that maximum of 31 again. And then we head onwards from the mountains. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!